lakad matatag!
Normally. Fine with the man, because a big issue I have with EG's lineup is that if Hokori are playing even, then they can blow up heroes, and Tiny is going to further enable that now. So, I think.
It's looking a little rough for the very beginning, but you're going to have that, not necessarily turnaround potential, but as soon as Pango gets more and more points into it, and that's why they're prioritizing the kills onto him, right? Look to try and punish him as quickly as you can. Gardic, he's going to go forward, trying to pick off this kill onto the SF.
Not the case. They might get a double kill turnaround. Mango giving over to Arteezy, but he will miss the shot. Will pressure the Shadow Fiend to not continue on to try and get that last little bit of damage required to secure the kill.
You're not amazingly happy with this, though, on EG, right? Like, I know it's super early on, but he just got his 10th last hit there on the Shadow Fiend, so he's only just maxed out the Necro Mastery for now, and last in terms of net worth for all the cores, and he might be dying here.
Easy. Is he going to tick out? He will. Gardic with the last right click. There's potential to get rid of the Morphling thanks to the Fairy Fire.
Be careful. Just have a look at Crit's positioning. He's always looking, seeing if he's going to be, morphing a little bit more aggressively. And there we go. He gets caught out.
This time they'll find it. Beautifully done. They had the ward, so they knew Theolocord left the lane. There was going to be no assistance from the Sven to maybe disrupt the spell.
It's on the back of a lot of lanes pushing in. That's what a Tiny's going to do naturally, right? With the tree grab, of course. Important to be able to secure one of those ranged last hits as the Hokori. He's actually going to drop on this bottom side of the map. Pretty important to have that body there available so that Lumiere's got a decent safety net in the lane. But he is getting a lot of this solo experience. He is level 3. And Crit doesn't have the biggest mana pool to be able to play with. It might still be enough. Top side, they actually get the kill onto Gardic. Pretty important for a Sven, against the Shadow Fiend, who's going to have a lot of his levels prioritized. Just having more points in the Warcry really effective. But not if Lumiere is going to be dying down on this bottom side, though.
He waveformed into the lane. Got some one charges. Let's see if the bonus health is going to be enough, and he doesn't even use the charges. So another death onto Lumiere. Meanwhile, Hokori, they are shoving out
lane, and he's going to back off entirely. Do they have a smoke available? They do. But it would be one of the shortest smokes I've ever seen. They end up committing it.
Tiny's in some trouble at the moment. Arbet's got plenty of mana to be able to utilize. Just a question if the damage is going to be there fast enough. It would be the case, but the cold feet proc onto Arbet is still going to die out of the tower. So Hokori, final 1-for-1 trade, but I mean, again, this Tiny needs to be someone that's kind of snowballing the game. Test it all. That could have been a big opening them to take a fight, but EG, they'll get out.
I think it's important if they can keep Nightfall
top lane, but he might be picked off from Crit. Almost enough damage with the Mystic Flare. Gets out of it. And now they're going to jump in mid lane. Arbet, he's able to zip away. Inside the river, though, Guardian's going to be in some trouble. It's going to be up to Vitali with the Rolling Thunder. They won't have the Roar to be able to stop him in his tracks, but where's the extra damage coming through? Nightfall's able to step out to the right side, so the Beastmaster's going to be okay for the moment. And now they can turn their attention back to the Pango, but it's just the Ogre, Flying, Nightfall in combination, and they're happy with what they've got. It Rolling Thunder on cooldown and a kill onto Gardic.
Yeah, I have to question their choice of going on to Arbet instead. Oh, yes, it's going to be important to be able to pick him off, and Fly is actually going to live as well.
Oh my, the raindrops keeping Fly alive, and now the rest of EG, they're going to swing on over for the team fight. They've got plenty of damage to get rid of Analog. They might be lack. Do we think the damage is going to come out from the levels? I guess Analog. Oh, I thought mid lane. Let's see if he's going to be able to get the toss. He will want to Storm Spirit. Great sidestep from the Tiny, making sure he puts himself directly on the Storm instead of the creeps.
And he has the double damage as well, which certainly helps matters. Time around. A lot more burst damage coming through onto Arbet, and just that extra little bit of levels coming in handy. Ended up doing 200 damage with the tree throw, which was enough to get to the grave.
Theolocord playing in front of Lumiere, so he's going to be able to pop the smoke. They won't get the prize target of the Morphling, and Radiant is starting to show up to try and take the skirmish if it does continue on. In the end, we'll just
play with.
It's a great ward on the cliff. Scouts him out in the back line as well. Vitali can even initiate as well. They're going to try and bring down Fly. I mean, he was just waiting for them to jump, begging Hokori to try and have the follow-up.
They got the damage. Look at this.
Arbet can come into play. He's onto Lumiere on the left side. The attribute shift, he doesn't find it fast enough as Arbet quick on the fingers with the electric vortex, and he's already looking for more. They've got the Hawk that scouts out Gardic's position. His Arbet is everywhere on the Storm Spirit, and he'll be rewarded for a double kill.
Here we go, straight into Roche Pit. That's exactly where they rotates back. Isn't able to play with the rest of the team, and they know they've got backup. So they're going to go on to someone that's a little bit easier.
Just walking to the river.
Yeah.
It's the regen as well on Arbed. Well, she's not going to be able to find it though. Easy kill onto Gardic's. Just a question of if Lumiere can get out with his own life, and yeah, it looks like that will be the case.
That Lumiere had to assist with a lot of that though. He's going straight into the Ags. This game does change massively if you're able to get to that stage. This time around...
Oh, he got it! Oh, the Requiem was just fast enough to cancel the TPs. Analog's now stuck up top with no assistance because mid lane another fight is breaking out. The rule to hold him in track. There's nothing you can do with the Rolling Thunder. To pummel him to him. Getting another kill onto Vitaly and also an objective for good measure as EG. The ball is rolling. 11 PSG OGD on day one. Army went down that route with the moonshot on the Faceless Void.
And we've even seen a few teams go the Lincoln Sphere just to prevent it happening, assuming that they don't have some kind of long-range way to be able to break it. But the times that I've seen it actually have been when the hero has illusions, and you're actually still able to steal off of the illusion, and it affects the main hero. So hopefully not too many teams get caught out by that.
It's so silly how that does that. It's like...
Oh, they're committing heavily in this mid lane. Blink in by Nightfall onto the tier 3 high ground, and bottom lane as well. They're just cleaning up everyone.
Yeah, EG just playing the 2-1-2. Artesian fly down bottom. You had Crit and Nightfall that were getting kills across the map along with Arbed with them, and they're going to look to end.
It's so silly.
Come defend him, and look at Arbed. He sees multiple people teaming into the tree line. Oh, what a beautiful play from the Storm Spirit, just going exactly to where you would expect Hokori to TP back.
Oh man, they're just doing everything right, and even with this Fly, I asked for him to get the Aghanim Shard at the very start of the game when you consider this is probably going to be coming at an equivalent time to the Morphling getting the Aghanim Scepter, and he's got enough gold to be able to buy it if he wants. Roshan really seems like going to be the next priority for EG. I would imagine that they're going to give the Aghanim Shard over to Arteezy this time. Just getting a little bit of that extra damage. He's already got crit sources, but extra little bit can never hurt. Full wraparound
Actually, last team fight. Smirk's gonna pop. Analog gets the jump at Arteezy, quick on the fingers with the BKB and the Requiem charge up, and now they've got firm control of the area. Nothing they can do on Hokori. They're just too far behind with a net worth lead insurmountable. As Evil Geniuses will be able to secure the game 1 victory 28 minutes in.
Yeah, this is kind of what happens when you go the not great responses to the fast draft in the first phase, right? The Ancient Apparition, the Morphling picked up super early on, but if you don't have those bands, like the Invoker wants to be going the Exort style, and they go the Void Spirit themselves. Okay, it's not terrible. I mean, the Cold Snap isn't going to be that effective. It's always the case with a Morphling, that's the thing. Okay. But it's just getting there, and I'm just not as confident. I'm just as unconfident, if that's even a word, in this game compared to last game.
Oh, Theo, the call, that's not a high ground you want to walk up, my friend. They've got the long raise, and Arteezy lines it up for first blood. Vitaly's just gonna swing on over and
a little bit more of that mana regen. He's got the 2 mangoes coming out to him anyway, but you just want to prevent that. You want to give Nightfall the freest game possible. Even considering... Oh.
I'm gonna go for it. Lumiere looks to be a little bit hesitant to follow up. Trying to put himself in a position where he can block off the escape and the waveform over the tree line. We'll get him on top of the Shadow Shaman, and looks like Gardic's now gonna go deny himself as well. So nice sequence of events there for Hokori. Can now come back and bring some items for Lumiere. Bottom lane. Shadowfiend is going to be able to help out. Vitaly does close the distance with the call, but the spins are not enough as Fly is on point with the body blocks as well. So Arteezy will be able to step out of danger.
TP from Theolacor to the mid lane, helping refill Analog's mana. He gets the Water Rune as well, so it's a full. See that
leaves Vitaly alone
Sunstrike.
though. Sunstrike on the mark from gets a kill onto Lumiere, and meanwhile bottom lane Vitaly, he goes down as well. So great read from Evil Geniuses. They saw that Theolacor left the lane, went to refill the bottle mid for Analog, and put the Axe in a vulnerable position. And Evil Geniuses that
solo
pounce.
as well. they're going to go for another kill.
But they will. Crit. Shackles out. Nightfall easily starts to rack up the damage. As Lumia is going to be a little bit too late to turn it around and get his own damage into Crit.
Kills 2. Sunstrike available once again. There we go.
They're going to
Got it. 3-1.
look at the opening. Analog's now going to finally move back top. Guardian at least drops the tombstone before they get the kill. EG will turn their attention to try and deal with the building. They're able to bring it down, but the roll has provided with that. Being able to secure at least the 1-for-1 try. Rune's very important if Analog can pick it up, but Crit is going to move on over to stop the Void Spirits in its tracks, and now they'll get a kill as well to reward themselves. As Gardic is going to try and move into the middle, but again, Evil Genius is the priority on dealing with the Tombstone instantly, but Analog, he's still playing the wings as well, finds an opening to jump in, blowing up Crit, but he doesn't have enough resources to go in for another kill, so they're going to leave Gardic on an island. When the Remnant chucked out will not buy him enough time, as the Cold Snap and the right-click damage is enough for Arbeth to secure his second kill of the game.
Now this top side of the map is so scary to be able to play on if you're on...
Go for the people who was playing 3 series.
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So now we just have to look at the people that played 3 series and had a rough showing in day 1. There's Vitali. Jason of the tower. I mean, Axe is going to be a difficult man to kill. He's got phase boots coming out, but you know who is not difficult to kill at all is Gardic, especially with his Sunstrike once again. What an ideal day for an Exort Invoker. And he might have another opening here, but the only thing holding them back is the Sunstrike cooldown. Now with the Mortimer Kisses though, Crit, Artillery is getting rained straight on the heads of the Shadow Shaman. They even have Analog starting to TP into the area as well, so the extra damage might catch Nightfall off guard. They're going to be off with the 8th Remnant. Another jump on forward, and Nightfall is well and truly okay. Fly's going to act as a bodyguard just in case they go on for more. And me, Arteezy just pump faking Requiem. But look how far away Arteezy is from anyone else, and now Crit will join. Not at all. Sunstrike's there. Let's see if they're going to be able to blow up Arteezy. Without the Mortimer Kisses, they'll be lacking the damage. Maybe with Lumia waveforming into the middle, but Arteezy finds an opening for the Requiem and is going to send them instantly packing. The fear preventing the attribute shift. Gardic will even try and buy back as well, but there was no potential for the Undying to influence that team fight. They're not even done as well as Arbin and Fly moving over towards the T2 tower.
They fortified just for the multi-shot, man, just to try and keep him away. Surely you don't land another Sunstrike on, but it still feels like they are kind of lacking in damage without the Mortimer's Kisses being available.
Oh, look at this. Crit. A jump in just inside the base. They have 0 cares in the world, Evil Geniuses, and I do not blame them with 11,000 net worth lead.
Oh,
maybe the turnaround's going to be there, though, from Analog. Look at the AoE damage coming up from the Mortimer Kisses as well. They've got time now to deal with the Wraith back. Let's see if they can set themselves up for the second round, however, with the Aegis respawn. Teasy can back himself out.
The Spiders put up onto the high ground during daytime. They see that no one's there. They're going for a smoke, and they just look to clump up around the Vision. Crit's there with his Blink Dagger, so it's going to require a huge wraparound. So good little responses coming through from Hokori to exactly what EG are looking to expect for them. Yeah.
Ooh, Lumiere. Gotta be cautious. The rest of the team, though. Smoke's gonna pop as well. Vitali gets a jump.
All right.
Onto Arteezy. That's a great start. Can they get anything more out of Hokori? Because the right side, they're onto Lumiere. Shackles in the Sunstrike, getting rid of the Morphling. They've also caught out Arbed, though. They're going to try and move their attention to Nightfall. And it looks in a little bit of trouble at the moment. Even without the cause, Nightfall, here's the one that still can start to rack up the damage if the Spiderlings are nearby. They don't have a response to the insect. Triple kill for Nightfall, and now we can even look to go for the Snapfire as well, but a TP out will not even keep Theo Lacour alive. What a great start for Hokori in that team fight, but it just...
Not quite yet level 18, but he doesn't matter. He's very rare that he's using the Requiem for anything other than just the fear duration. The damage seems like secondary to him.
Good luck dealing with the siege. Hokori will make the attempt with the initial jump in. A lot of damage, but Arteezy just turns BKB, stands his ground. Good luck killing this man. Well, they will not be able to, as even a Requiem's going to be casted as well. Provides a space to be able to address the Tombstone issue, and now they can reset the positioning if required on EG.
Just keep the buffs up onto RTZ. Bloodlust consistently. He's even got...
Oh, Crit, what was that reaction? Instant X to prevent the claw. They still get the kill, but on the low ground, Lumi is caught out as well. A double tornado from Arbed lines it up perfectly, and the G is a drop. See some individual brilliance at the end coming through from EG, but really the important thing was just the teamwork for them. An incredibly dominant game 2, but also just a dominant game series for them as well.
It was indeed. I mean, Evil Geniuses from start to finish, a lot of people will still be saying Nightfall should grab the MVP.